Howdy folks, welcome to episode 4. I'm going to level with you. This one is brutal. This is where a RuneScape boy becomes a RuneScape man. I don't know if this is going to be compelling because of how brutal it is. I'm going to go ahead and spoil it. I'm just going to say it. This is almost entirely, if not entirely, the Falador agility course for 8 hours. I know that from my perspective, that seems like a lot to do one thing for skilling. I'm sure that there's a lot of people out there like, oh, sweet summer child. It gets much worse from here. But this is where I learned what I'm able to tolerate, what I'm unable to tolerate. As you watch this, you'll see my resolve start to crack. But the goal of getting agility to a really high level, and specifically unlocking the graceful outfit, which we touched on briefly last episode in Mauritania. Once I discovered that the graceful outfit was a thing, I was like, I need to have this. In order for me to play this game and have fun, I need agility to be at a high level, I need to have the graceful outfit, and I need to have a high enough magic that I can teleport around the game. Otherwise, when I'm doing anything else, I'll just be thinking, man, this would be so much better if I could run. Man, this would be so much better if I could teleport. So we do it, I make it happen. If things work out the way I intend them to, I should be able to get this at a fast forward rate of at least 64 times for the whole video, if not like 128 times. We'll see. I mean, once this gets edited, this might end up including more content than just the Falador agility course. You might see me edit on in episode 5 and just say, hey, that was like 5 minutes long. It was basically me running a loop. Here's more. But I am now much further ahead than this course. I've got a big log of videos lined up that I'm still working on editing after this one. And I have to say, very, very mild spoilers for what's coming up. And this was all worth it. Where I am right now, I'm having so much fun. I'm having a complete blast with the game. At the time I did this course, I was having doubts, but I came back into the fold. I'm back at the faith. Things are great. It was worth it. I came up with a way to handle agility without making myself want to die. And this video explores my thought process in getting there. So again, Falador agility course. Hope you have fun. Bye. All right, we're back. Been thinking about what I want to do next. We definitely want to go to the new agility course that I just unlocked at level 50 to try to unlock the 52 wilderness one. Before that, though, I have a bunch of marks of grace that I think I want to spend, since then I can get the gear that makes me regenerate energy more quickly. I looked into where the Rogue's Den is. It's marked on the mark of agility. It tells you to take it to the Rogue's Den. So I googled that, and I guess it's at an inn in Berthorpe, which is like really far west of me. I think I can make it. I don't think I have to teleport anywhere. I think teleporting back down to the starting town would actually be counterproductive. So we're just going to leave Canifis naturally, go through out of Mauritania, pass through Varrock, follow the road. It'll be my first time going through some of these areas, so we'll slow down the video if anything interesting happens on the way. Once I turn in my marks of grace, I think I'm going to go ahead and go do the next agility course from 50 to 52. So enjoy. That's interesting. You can't store lamps in the bank? Okay. I'll have to keep that in mind. Did not know that was a thing. It was a restriction. Let me make sure that there is a... I guess that means you have to use it, otherwise you're using up an inventory slot for no reason. Make sure that there's a bank in Berthorpe. There isn't. I guess there's one not far from Berthorpe, but not one in Berthorpe proper. Okay. So in that case, I'm going to go ahead and bring my marks of grace with me. Was going to bring my armor. That'll make my stamina drain quite a bit faster, though. I guess I don't know if there's going to be enemies on the path, so I guess if I run into enemies I can't pass, I'll back up and grab my armor and try again. But for now, we'll try to not bring anything with us other than the marks. Let's go. I haven't fought dwarves since I first got that Slayer task. I'm actually kind of curious. I'm going to fight one real quick. I don't have any armor, but hopefully we'll be okay anyway. Still do 4 damage. It's pretty good. Cool. Alright, well, next time I go to train combat, maybe I'll try to do Slayer at the same time. As long as the goal is train more than one thing at once. I'm high enough level now that I could start with some of the lower level combat stuff, and maybe combat will keep pace with what I have to slay. Okay, I know it's under this trapdoor. Should be a character named Grace down here. See if I can find him. Oh, there's a bank down here. That's convenient. Grace. What can I do for you? I see what you're selling. You're kidding. Oh, no, she has 100 of them. I thought it was I needed 100 tokens to get one. Costs 55 marks of grace. Let's get one of those. 60, 30, 40. Wow, okay, so it's gonna take a long time before I get this whole set. Got it. And I think it said that each piece increases your energy regen. So I'll try to use those by default whenever I don't need armor for something. I think they also don't weigh anything themselves. Yeah, I guess it gives you negative weight. Okay. That's cool. Dope. I saw accidentally while I was reading the wiki on what you do with Marks of Grace, mentioned that there's a minigame you can do down here if you have your agility and thieving up. That sounds kind of fun, so I might try to skill up thieving later on. Maybe once I'm done with agility. I know I keep saying I'm going to do this after I finish agility. The real answer is I can do anything once agility is done, and that's very exciting. Well, actually, now that I have those 2 pieces, it might be time for me to go to the new course. So let me bank my pieces here really quick. Teleport home, and then go to the new course. It kind of makes me want to focus mostly on rooftop courses. I did that Barbarian course for several levels, but it didn't give any marks of grace. I want to get this full set if I can. Looks cool, too. I dig it. I wonder if this game has a transmog system. I see a lot of people walking around with what looks like cool, unique-looking gear. Maybe they're just wearing it to look cool before they go to actually do something, and then they equip the set that makes them look like what they actually look like. I don't think there's a tooltip for it if it's a thing. Items kept on death. Graceful boots, graceful top. Lamp. There's the Wolfbane. Okay. Oh, but the coin value of those is not very high. Grand Exchange Guide prices. Okay. Thought I would look at some of those while I'm walking here. Wondering if there was something about transmogging in the paper doll. Maybe it's not a thing. I feel like that would probably pretty easily pass the pass a poll though if it isn't in the game yet. Alright, new agility course. Let's see what it's like. My wall. We'll see if we see our buddy again. I wonder if that means that all of these were added like None of these agility courses are in the base game. It's climbing on roofs. Parkour up this wall here. Alright. Nathan Drake it. Oh wow, I'm getting a lot more XP per action on this one compared to Canifis. I think it was 10 per action and like 170 for the loop. Let's see what the lap reward is. 45, holy crap. Alright, this might be significantly faster than Canifis. Now I'm extra excited about Marks of Grace because I really want to get this full set. I don't know if I'll make that an official goal. Although maybe getting to soft cap agility will get me to the number of marks I need, you know? I wonder if it's optional which of those two I take. If I take agility to soft cap, will I have enough Marks of Grace to have a full set is the question. 150 at the end. Okay. Cool. And now for the grind. Bummer. 4 damage when you fall, that's pretty brutal. I might need to bring some food here. I think there's a bank in this town though, so... Oof, falling twice in a row for 4 damage is painful. We'll see, if I get down to below 8 health, I'll go find some food. It's frustrating, I can do almost all of this from a single camera angle, but that wall is like perpendicular to it, so I have to turn it on a slight angle. I'll try to find something. You know, I was just thinking that this wilderness course that I want to go to might not have Marks of Grace. If it doesn't, I might want to take slightly less XP to make sure I can finish this set. It seems like it's really good. Oh, hey, it's Rick Turpentine. I feel like I've gotten this event so many times now. $640 gold. Okay. We'll see once I get to 52. I might go to it just to check it out, and then if it doesn't provide agility marks, we'll come back to this one. Marks of Grace, I should say. Here comes level 51. Agility. Nice. I use the pipe from Edgeville Dungeon to Varrock Sewers. I should try to do all the shortcuts at some point, just so I understand where they are, so I can keep an eye out for them. Might be a fun world trek. I think regardless of checking out the wilderness course, I'm going to try to get to 40 marks so I can get the cape, since I'm not using that slot right now anyway. I can probably have that help me with weight reduction even when I'm wearing heavy armor. That would be nice. just check the guide. It looks like the other one's next one's in Seers Village at 60, which I can easily access. So if I just do this 50 to 60 and then Seers Village 60 to 70, hopefully that's enough marks to get what I need. And I'm considering 70 agility kind of the soft cap. I'll have to double check the quests that require agility. I would like to get it to whatever the highest agility is required as a quest prerequisite and then stop. 99 seems unnecessary, we won't do that. Hey, I found an angle where I don't have to move the camera at all. The other one was barely not good enough because of this wall, but it looks like all of them work just fine if I face the camera north. There's 52. Fantastic. Okay, it's a good stopping point for me for right now. I think I'll probably continue doing agility training here, just so I can get marks, but next session I might pop over to the wilderness one just to see what's up, maybe get the diary entry for it, and then come back here for marks if they don't drop there. Cool. Thanks. Alright, we're back with more old school RuneScape. I think I'm going to go try to find this wilderness agility course. I'm going to deposit everything though, because my understanding is that the wilderness is a PvP area and that things might not go well for me. And now I've got things that I don't actually want to lose. So I think I'm going to have to be super duper careful with this gear set. So we'll finish the course that we left off last time, and then I'm going to pack up and try to find the wilderness agility course. And then after I run it once, I think we'll just come back here, because I really want to get those marks of grace. I love the idea of filling out that set, even if it's a little bit less XP efficient. Bank is north and west of me. Let's do that first. I think I just found it all the way to the north. There's a couple red gates. Well, let's give it a try. No idea what to expect. Never been there before. I think I'm safe around bears now. I don't know what the aggro range is. Maybe if they're yellow, they leave you alone. Or if it gives attack as an option, they leave you alone, maybe? I don't know. Oh, this is cool. If you go any further, enter the wilderness. This is a very dangerous area. Other players can attack you. The further north you go, the more dangerous it becomes. Indicator at the bottom right will show the current level of danger. Okay. It's cool that they make you understand before you come in. Oh, the indicator of danger is like the enemy range. Interesting. There's a lot of enemy variety out here. That's kind of cool. Dwarf multi-cannon. Dragons. Great. Okay, well, I probably need to go somewhere to regenerate stamina so I can run if something aggroes me. I didn't think about that when I came in. It's a lot of runes. It's like one of every kind, basically. Those guys are not friends, but they're also kind of low level, so maybe I can hide out in here till I get my stamina regenerated, and then we'll... Oh god, they don't give a shit. He hit me for 12. Holy shit. Okay. Got it. Roger. I don't know if I'm going to make it to this course. We'll see. All the way on the other side of the map. Guess if I die, could always Google what it takes to get there. I've ever been hit for 12 before. From an enemy that looked like it was so low level. Grizzly bear is a big risk. Wonder if it's correct to try to come here and like world hop to a really low population server. Probably. Dark fishing bait, huh? Kind of cool how wide open the place is, though, compared to the rest of the game world. Seems pretty, like, curated with roads and trees and things like that. Enter cave. Need draw distance to catch up over here. There it goes. Wonder if some of this stuff where I have draw distance issues, it's like once you load it once, it's fine after that. Do not go right. Chaos Dwarves. Try to run past these guys. Hopefully they don't have ranged attacks, right? I'll have to bring some food next time I do a crazy trip into the wilderness. A lot of different music up here too, that's kind of cool. We're getting there. Dragonstone bolts. They're worth a decent amount of money. Those guys are not friends. But I also, if I recall correctly, Chaos was saying that it's not a big deal if I come here, because I'm still really low level, so the high level characters trolling the wastes don't really have an incentive to kill me or fight me. Wow, there's some scary enemies back here. Okay. This is a thing. That's just a tree. I can try heading due west to get to that red line. Hope that's a gate that I can open. Not with whatever the fuck those things are. Seems bad. Is there a gate down there? I'm trying to see. If there is, it's way down there. "53 ice giants. Open gate. There's always a risk that it could be locked too, right? There's just spiders over there too. Fantastic. Well, let's see how aggro works. Maybe I can sneak behind him. Let my stamina regen in the meantime and my health a little bit. Oh, let's turn on that healing prayer. There's one on the other side of the gate, too. Turn around every now and then. Well, he turned around, but his buddy didn't. Maybe. I was able to open the gate. Hopefully I can move down this hill here. Nope. I was about to ask if I could be targeted by multiple creatures in here or not. The answer is I'm not sure. Okay. wolves. Everyone loves wolves. Is this it up here? Agility training. Agility training area. Oh, there's like a pipe I have to crawl through or something? Oh, interesting. I think I see it now. Oh god. Deadly wolves on either side. Not good. Fall into the wolf pit. Can I not fall in the wolf pit, please? Oh my god. That's brutal. This is by far the most brutal agility training anything I've seen so far. Okay, it looks like they drop aggro reasonably quickly. Come on, you can do it. You don't fall off shit. God, I need to turn on the heart rate monitor for that shit. There's skeletons here? Okay, they're like my level, but I don't have any gear, so still not great. This might even be as good of XP as Falador. It's cool. I'd like to complete one lap so we can get what's presumably an achievement for it. This is terrifying. When it's over lava, 20 XP. So if I finish a lap, I'm gonna try to leave, I guess. Not in the spikes! Oh, skeletons down in the bottom! Oh my god. Oh god, they hurt. Okay, well, I'm gonna need health to do this, so I wish I'd brought some food, but I guess I didn't have any way of knowing, huh? I don't want to lose this lamp. I definitely want to finish the course at least once. I could sit and just wait for my health to come back. Alright, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to make a timestamp. I'm going to try to fast forward through it as much as possible, or even just skip this. We're going to chill for a while. Be back in a bit. Screw it. I'm just going to go for it. I guess I'll use the lamp. Seems like it's good to do the one that's the highest level, since the XP scales, right? Well, that wasn't great. It was okay, but it wasn't great. At least now I won't worry about losing it. I'll be able to finish a lap, though, if I go all the way around. I'm worried about the ones on the way up this wall here. Slippery log. Of course it's slippery. Oh, if only I had that in my first pass. Oh, you completed a medium task! Let's get the fuck out of here. Oh, jeez. You can't use this teleport after level 20 wilderness. No shit. Wow. That particular teleport you can't use? I don't have a way out of here. Don't fall. Okay. Level 50. Are there other doors along this route? No. My best one's probably the ice one. There's so many enemies over there. I was just expecting to be able to teleport safely out. I did not come prepared. Well, you know, blind playthrough, learning lessons, right? I'm gonna try to make it to the other door and then just try to walk due south. The main issue with the gate that I went through is it's just surrounded by enemies. A lot of prayers now too. Rogues, huh? Well, 15 might be low enough that they can't attack me. I guess we'll find out. This place is super scary, man. It's like, God forbid I ever return here now. I don't know if I'd have wanted to do that, even if the XP was competitive. Just with how scary it is, I probably would have gone back to Falador. How far am I from the gate? Still got a bit of a walk. I'm trying to walk rather than run so I can save my run for avoiding monsters and stuff. I guess my training in hit points has paid off a bit. A level 122 Hellhound. Okay, maybe I should have taken my chances with the ice demons. Try to just run for it at some point. Hope the dog faces away. Kingdom Burn agility shortcut to just jump over the fence, right? Okay, go, go, go. No, that was a mistake. 11 damage. Oh my god. I think I had regen just enough up to this point. Here's a gate. Other than those hellhounds, a much safer gate, I have to say. Okay, so we gotta get down to an area that's level 20 if I wanted to use my teleport. Don't walk into anybody. Whatever you do, this seems bad. This seems extremely bad. Let's not go in here. Who the hell even am I? I feel like I took what may have felt like a safer exit on that side of the map, as far as where the gate was, and came out in a much more dangerous section. Oh, I was still running. Shoot. Hopefully I can not get aggroed by these spiders. I die in basically one hit. Don't touch the lava either. God, this is so stressful. I haven't died in this game yet. I'd like to avoid it if possible. And down to 1 hit point. It's the lowest we've been in the game. A lot of chaos runes. Level 39, slowly going down, slowly but surely. Those giants, son of a bitch. And more skeletons. bullshit in these woods too, it looks like. Not clear. I think yellow might mean it doesn't aggro, red means it does aggro. I shouldn't risk that. I've seen those, the dark wizards were yellow and they cast magic on me and wrecked my face earlier, so let's not risk that. Chinchillas seem to be safe, maybe. Honestly don't know. Stay away from this ruined town full of jerks, probably. 31. It's going down slowly. I really should have turned on the heart rate monitor for this. This is bad news bears. It's a cool way to do the wilderness, though, of just having the level go up and up and up the further north you travel. Be careful running too fast in case I run into dragons. Right? Seems bad. Games necklace? The fuck is that? Bear moves way too fast for my taste. 25, we're so close. Level 19 ghost, you want to stay away from. $23. So close. 22. Oh my god. Cast it, cast it, cast it. It glows as you reach this point. Oh my god, I did not deserve to live through all that. Wow. That was horrifying. Okay, I'm gonna quickly recharge my prayers and get my HP regening. We're going to go back to Falador and do the nice, safe, friendly agility course. At least I got the achievement, right? That's what matters. I'm kind of excited about these marks of agility, or marks of grace. Watching that count go up. Once that becomes 40, I think we're going to take a break from this and go grab the cape. There's 22. Very nice. Oh hey, Frog Prince. Cool. I'm down to do the quest. I have to get back to you. I didn't mean to click away. Talk to the Frog Prince. See if they follow me to another building here in a second. I do want to do your event, but I jumped away from you. Shoot. They do try to follow me, I think. Bummer. I guess I missed it. It's too bad. Next time, guys. About the pull-up Chrome, the process of turning it on sometimes makes OBS skip, so one sec. It might be okay. Here comes Agility 53. Huzzah! 7 to go. It's getting slow now, but that's okay. That's okay. We're in Zen mode. We're going to do this. And you're watching it fast-forwarded, so from your perspective, it's way more tolerable. And we just hit 54. Slow and steady wins the race. I'll make another determination when we get to 60 if we're going to continue with agility or go do something else, but I think 70 is a definite stopping point. We'll see. We're going to take a break today also. We might come back to this in a little bit. Alright, I took a short break to grab some snacks and some liquids. Let's do 55? I just got 54, right? 55, let's do it. Crap. Probably shouldn't play around with OS, buddy, if I don't want the game to crash. Picking it back up here. I think it's mostly OpenGL that pisses it off. So maybe if I'm going to mess around with it, I should shut OpenGL off, maybe. I don't know. I only need one more Mark of Grace to get the cape that I'm excited about, so kind of pumped for these green circles to turn red. I think the plan will be to take a break to go grab the cape and then come back and continue. It won't help for this course because I'm already not dipping below like 95 energy, but break up the monotony of it. Hey, there's my 40th Mark of Grace. I'm going to finish the level 56 or level 55 first. We're pretty close to it. So I'll hit 55 and then we'll go on a quick sojourn to grab the cape. Then we'll continue. It'll be great. So I've been watching the, XP required, number of minutes of grinding required to level up. And we're approaching an hour now. I think it's at about 50 minutes, almost on the dot. We get about 2% progress every minute. So in 50 minutes, we get 100%. I'm thinking about tapping out once it gets to be more than an hour. Keep an eye on it. I might keep going. We'll see. 55 seems like a nice round number. Good amount for energy regen. I probably feel comfortable doing other things. But we'll see. See how I'm feeling. I'm also interested in getting to the next course, because reaching the next course means possibly seeing the XP rate change again. And there is Agility 55. What a treat. Alright, we're going to go get this cape, and then we'll get back to Agility. We'll see. Fantastic. Look how stylish that is. Oh, I love it. I'm so happy. So I can have that on all the time. It's going to be a reduction in weight. Negative 13 kilograms. Fantastic. Alright, let's get back to the grind. I guess, even if I don't end up going to 70 or 74 agility, or whatever the prerequisite is for questing, I think if I get a lot of this set, that will help a lot, because I can safely wear it for all sorts of skilling activities. Not combat, obviously, but I could definitely safely wear it for smithing, mining in most cases. And that's likely going to be a really big save, so... I think the wiki said that if you have the full set of this graceful gear, it's 30% faster energy regen, which is kind of crazy, so... Exciting stuff, let's go. Hey, it's a random event. Got a message for you from Molly. She needs your help urgently. Will you assist her now? Sure, anything for Molly. No idea who that is. What's up, Molly? Thanks for coming. What's the problem? It's my evil twin sister. She's been gallivanting around Galenor, committing crimes. Now I'm getting the blame. Doors room. The cage and a control panel that operates a giant mechanical claw. I lured my sister into the room so I could imprison her in the cage by using the claw. She managed to hurt some innocent civilians in there with her. Go to the door and use the claw to catch my sister. That's interesting, okay. Exactly like me. Red hair, pigtails, green dress, brown shoes. White belt. Yes, please. Done up catching a random civilian. Okay, cool. Sad I missed the frog one earlier. Kept trying to get it to spawn on the roof I was on. Need to use the control panel. I can move it there, right? Talk to her again if I can. Hold on. Can I move it with like the arrow keys or something? I think keys are really a thing that you use in this though, right? Use control panel. Examine control panel. Use control panel. Really, it's just a controls issue. I don't know how I'm supposed to move the thing. I keep trying to click on the pieces to do it. Can't click on the screen while I'm facing it. I'm gonna look it up. How to move claw game. Evil Twin. Wait for it. Huh. Doesn't explain it. Molly event controls. Problem with Molly random has been around for years. Doesn't explain it. Maybe it's an OpenGL issue? Let me try that. Keep trying to click the control panel. Oh my god, there's a thing in the bottom right corner. I'm an idiot. Okay. I did not see that at all the whole time. I have to fast forward through me being confused or... Oh, that's funny. I didn't think they would ever use this bar down here for controls. My eyes just tune it out while I'm doing stuff like this. It's crazy. Maybe it didn't when I had OpenGL on? No, it probably did. I'll watch the VOD and be embarrassed. It's fine. Take this as a reward. Noted uncut emeralds. Worth it. Value. Okay. Back to grinding. Woof. You know, at least when I'm doing it on Twitch, the people that are like, oh my god, press the thing, can like say something in chat. It's gotta be so much worse watching on YouTube. Because you know I'm gonna get it eventually. You can even jump ahead to when I get it. Oh, Lord. Alright. I think I'm actually walking the wrong way. Yeah, I'm gonna go this way. Gotta turn around when I popped out. I'm gonna mute again in shame. And then we're gonna go to back to the agility course. Thanks. You know, the embarrassing thing is that those were designed to fool bots. Am I that different from a bot? Super weird. The in-game music stopped after I did that minigame. I might try to log out and log back in and see if that fixes it. One sec. Man, OS Buddy crashes a lot. It's kind of a bummer. It's such a useful tool, too. I should Google that and see if other people have the issue, if there's a way for me to deal with it. Damn, so whenever I try to do anything in the interface that's more complicated, OS Buddy crashes. I have the pro version, too. Oof. Well, I just won't worry about it for now. I'll try to Google it later, see if I can fix it. I wonder if this graceful outfit has a like secret effect. I feel like I've been falling way less ever since I got these pieces. As soon as I took them off, I fell off really badly, right? I feel like people would know that on the wiki by now, but maybe the chance of falling is affected by negative weight? Maybe. It would make sense if it worked that way, right? Alright, as I'm seeing 55 to 56, it's pretty brutal. Hour per skill. I really have to think about how I want to handle this. I guess what I could do is I could continue skilling it up till 60. This is helpful for me though, because this is kind of giving me my tap out point. I'm not quite there yet. I could keep doing this, but I'm not getting quite as many dopamine rushes as when we were getting a skill up every 6 minutes or every 12 minutes or 24 minutes, right? An hour, I can quantify that too easily. I can say, I could get, 3 skill ups in agility, or I could sleep for 3 more hours. Especially since I know it's just going to get worse from here. I was just looking at magic, that's why I've got that tab open over here. There's some cool spells in there. Mostly teleports that would kind of achieve a similar time-saving effect that I'm going for right now with leveling agility. Well, Marks of Grace. I really want to finish this set. I was double checking a second ago, and I guess the graceful outfit doesn't give you the reduction to run energy until you have the full set. So I almost want the full set more than I want to reach soft cap and agility. My fear, though, is that it's going to take me more time to get the full set of graceful gear than it will the soft cap agility. Soft cap meaning, minimum agility required to complete all quests, which I think is like 74 or 75 or something. Let me figure out how many marks it's going to cost, and I can maybe try to do some math on how many marks we're going to get per hour versus how much time might be required to finish agility here. Oh wow, I don't fall very often anymore. Okay, so I need the hood, the pants, and the gloves, and that's it. Pants are the most expensive, which is surprising. I actually picked up a lot of the expensive ones already, good for me apparently. Gloves are 30, and I might want to get gloves regardless of whether I choose to bail on agility, because I don't have a good glove slot right now. And I could wear them with like normal combat armor. Gloves are 30, the hood is 35, so 65, plus legs is 60. So I need 125. I guess the full set from nothing costs 260. So we're slightly more than halfway there in terms of total marks earned so far. I guess I have to consider how many hours we've spent on rooftop courses to kind of calculate what we're going to get. Let me look up marks of grace per hour. Expect to collect 15 per hour. Also, holy shit, Google. I just typed marks of grace per hour and Google gave me one of those call-out boxes like where the AI is confident it knows the answer to what you were asking without you having to actually look at a link. Okay, I guess Canifis is 12 per hour. 15 to 20 at Seers Village. Seers Village is the next skill up location we unlock. Okay. You know, a lot of this video is silent grinding with occasional waffling about whether it's worth it for me to continue grinding it. The rest of the game seems fun. Maybe it's a discipline thing. Maybe I could make it more tolerable by not doing all of the levels back to back. Like, I feel like getting it to 55 or even 50 plus has already had a really significant effect. Along with having the graceful gear is going to help with energy regen if I'm wearing other armor with it. I'm just trying to talk out my thought process here. I could do something where I do 1 agility level per day. That probably wouldn't be so bad, now that we're in the territory where it's starting to get hard. Like, finishing the agility level is my homework in order to be able to train a more fun skill. Or skill that's less brutal. I just googled, I was feeling bad about spending that lamp on it because it only gave me like 550 XP or something. And I was like, damn, it's a waste. But I just googled it and I guess it only gives your level times 10, which isn't great. I think I overestimated the value of lamps because of Swamp Laddix videos. And they were saying you should probably use it on agility or construction anyway because they're annoying to level and slow, so... That was reassuring to hear that agility is particularly slow to skill up compared to other skills. It's particularly brutal. But 75 is only 20 levels away. So if that's 20 hours, that's a lot of hours if I do it back to back. That's, you know, pretty close to the amount of time we've already spent on the entire game, including the 8-hour live stream. And it's probably more than 20 hours to get to 75. It's approaching an hour per level now, so it's going to have to be even slower, regardless of what course I'm on. The closer to 75 we get, or even just 70. Here, let me look up agility and find out 100% what the soft capped is, meaning the max quest that requires it. I'm not going to read the quest details or the text, just looking at quests that require and finding the highest number. Quest rewarding agility experience. I could do some of that, but none of them... Huh. So I'm looking at quests that award agility experience. We're at a point now where there are barely any quests that give enough XP to give me 1 full level. So that's brutal. Although, hold on. It looks like there's a quest that doesn't have other prerequisites. There's one other prerequisite that triggers at 56 agility, so maybe 56 is a good number to get to and take a break at. That gives 13,750 agility XP, and that's pretty close to a full level. So what I should probably do is start taking advantage of all these quests that give agility XP. Now the problem is that they all have a bunch of other skills as prerequisites also. I suppose I could use that if agility is really the thing, the the main thing that's binding me to RuneScape right now. I could use it as a scaffolding around which to orient all of my other skill up choices and just meet the minimum requirements for everything on this list. So like start with the lowest level quest that requires agility. See what other requirements it has, do those. It might be an interesting way to point me towards quests. It looks like there are actually a few quests. The 48, 56, 60, and 68 quests all give agility, and they give it enough to be much faster than what I'm doing right now. Well, I guess they might take longer than the time it's taking me, because I'm getting about 20k per hour, and the best possible quest that gets agility experience is 20k. And from what I've seen of quests so far, they tend to take way more than an hour. But the plus side is that the content is actually compelling. Much more compelling than this. Let's at least look at this 56 agility regicide quest. Okay, so there's a quest here that I'd be interested in that requires 25 ranged, high agility, 50 thieving, which I was thinking about focusing on thieving anyway, since I can use it to do a mini game in the Rogue's Den. Okay, here's the potential theory. I don't know if I'm going to do this. 25 ranged to qualify for the prerequisite quests for Regicide, which gives a bunch of agility XP and can be done at 56. And then 50 thievery, which I might want for other reasons. But 50 thievery is probably going to take forever, even if I trap a NPC in a corner, right? And bring a ton of food. This is really hard. I'm trying to record my thought process here. It's probably something I'm going to have to sleep on. But I think I mentioned that, I don't want to over-research this game. I don't want to plan too far ahead. But I need to make a plan about what I'm going to do about agility here. I like the idea of trying to unlock Regicide. I think that involves me doing a lot of other stuff in the game. I guess something else that I'm not really addressing is that if I decide to put off agility, that doesn't mean that I'm stopping leveling it. It just means that I'm doing other stuff in the meantime, maybe renewing my vigor for agility. So maybe I don't need to orient everything around it. Okay, I think I've come to a decision. Well, we'll see after I sleep on it, but tentatively, 60 is going to be my final agility goal for now, and then I'll table it indefinitely. I think that that's good enough. Unlocks a lot of shortcuts, unlocks decent energy rate. Not a bad idea. So we'll do 60. Then, for every session that I play the game, I will need to get 1 level in agility before I can do anything else. So 61 and then 62. So that will very slowly get me to the soft cap I was talking about, but we'll do so in a way that doesn't fry my brain. And I would still like to play around with just getting to like a threshold skill level for all of the skills. I don't like seeing all these ones down here. It'd be nice to get mining to 20. Yeah, maybe just do everything to 20. That seems when the XP curve is at its most fun, for lack of a better word. And then we can pick on stuff to focus on from there. It seems like having a lot of skills leveled up is really helpful for being able to eyeball quests quickly, since there's a ton of quests that require, lots and lots and lots of skill ups. Okay, I like this plan. 60 agility. Can't do anything until we get to 60 agility, and then once we get to 60 agility, every day that we play, we have to get 1 level of agility before doing any other task. And I'll just include that in the videos. For whatever reason, if we do hit the 75 soft cap before getting the full graceful set, then I'll add another requirement that we do, like an hour of agility every session until we have the full set. And then we can put a pin in it, never touch it again. Okay. Alright. Found the page that shows the minimum levels required to complete every quest. That is our beat condition for old school RuneScape, so we're going to cleave to that religiously, and the value for agility is 68. So I think that is very doable, where we say nothing but agility until 60, and then 1 level per day until 68, and then we're done. Or then we keep doing rooftop courses until we get enough marks. But then we're done. I think this is going to be my Bible, this document of the minimum stats required to do all quests. On the plus side, these videos are going to get way easier to edit. I was recently editing the combat skills video where we went from 5 to 20 in attack, strength, and defense, which you will have watched by now, presumably. And it's the way I do it is I look in between when I'm talking, and I try to split that stuff and then speed it up. You end up talking a lot more when you're skilling up frequently, and when you're skilling up and switching between skills every so often. It makes it last that much longer. So I can get all of these in the 30 plus range, where the skilling up becomes quite a bit slower, and the editing is going to get way easier. Although I'm starting to seriously think, as you start tapping out a skill, you have less and less to say about it. Although that might only be... And then you can do a new agility course, which you get to talk about for about 5 minutes. I might need to increase the rate at which I speed up videos for particularly long. Here it comes. One more. Cross the handholds. Oh, man. 56 agility. 4 more. And then we're free. Based on my own edict. And I'm going to go to bed for tonight. Thanks. Alright, we're back. I've slept on it, and I've made a decision. So, what I would like to do is, like I was saying last night, we're going to go to 60. That's goal number 1. Not going to really get distracted from that task. After reaching 60, we're going to do something else and do 1 hour of agility per day, or 1 level of agility per day, depending, until we get it up to that 68 soft cap quest requirement number. I think that the thing I want to do after agility is magic. Kind of keeping with the theme of doing agility first. I'll just turn GL on so you can see the new eye. There we go. The main reason that we went with agility first is to save time for all other tasks. Like magic and getting more of these teleports is going to kind of be along those same lines. So I need to think now about, when we do magic, what are we going to be fighting? I think the answer is going to be Slayer targets, at least at first. We'll see how much of a hassle that is. But if we do magic and we do Slayer targets, then I'm going to need to get a bunch of runes. And that's going to require money. And I think the best money-making opportunity I've found so far is frog legs. So I might make a run to the Tree Gnome Stronghold, collect a bunch of those and sell as many of them as I possibly can, buy a bunch of runes, and then go kill some Slayer targets with magic. Seems like Slayer might be a hassle though, so worst case we'll just try to find a new enemy to focus on. In the meantime though, we've got about, I would estimate, about 4 hours of grinding to get to 60. We're just going to go ahead and include all of that in this VOD section. It's going to take us over the 8-hour mark by quite a bit, but this is all one big focused goal, so be a good stopping point. And there's plenty of opportunity for me to fast forward in this series. doing an experiment this morning to see if I can do stream work at the same time I do an agility course. It feels like this is one of the worst skills to try to multitask with. It does require enough attention, short enough time steps between activities. But I've done this course for enough hours now, and I'm wondering if I can like open a thumbnail between each click, and then edit the thumbnail between each click, and then save the thumbnails between each click. We'll see how much it affects my XP per hour. Consider it a challenge. Needless to say, I'm kind of pumped to get to a AFK skill, like fishing, or once I have big enough stacks of stuff, crafting or fletching, so that I can just get those going, and then in between attention steps, get a ton of stream work done. Next time we're going to take a short break is at 30 marks of grace to go grab the graceful gloves. After that, I think we need 35 and then 60. Doing this multitasking thing. I might record this at some point. We'll see. I'm still doing the Falador agility course in a couple hours, and I can window capture. I feel like I need to turn on the webcam and show exactly what I'm doing with my hands. I have two mice. I have a streaming PC and a gaming PC. RuneScape's running on the gaming PC. My stream work is on the streaming PC. Basically what I need to do, I have all these thumbnail files for my YouTube videos that are in PNG format, but Twitch is lame and doesn't accept PNG format files. And I also need to update the thumbnails to clarify that the videos I'm loading are reruns to Twitch, basically exporting my YouTube VOD database over to Twitch so I can have a redundant copy of it. So I have to open all of my old thumbnails. I have to replace the word episode with rerun in all of them. I have to save them all as JPEGs and then move them to a new folder. So I'm sitting here with these two mice, one for the streaming PC, one for the gaming PC, next to each other on a mouse pad, quickly popping my hand over to click on the next green dot, and then in the 1 or 2 seconds that I have during the animation, reaching over to the other mouse and to my keyboard to make small changes to the thumbnails. I was doing it pretty quickly and I just realized, this is absurd. What am I doing with my life? I'm trying to save most of my stream work on this tightrope, those handholds, and the tightrope down here because I have the longest animation. This is kind of fun. I'm making agility fun again by just trying to do as much work as efficiently as possible in between ledge jumps without losing XP per hour, failing to pick up any marks of grace, that sort of a thing. I just finished the thumbnails. Now I'm having to publish my uploaded VODs, update the titles, descriptions, categories, and add the thumbnails to them. Which is very simple, but it's kind of hard to do in let's see, how long is an animation on a tightrope? 1, 1000, 2, 1000, 3, 1000, 4, 1000, 5, 1000. Almost 5 seconds. Back to work. Fortunately, it seems like we're not having a great morning with regards to marks of grace. Really need lots and lots of those. I really hope that I get enough by the time we get to 68 in order to have the full graceful set. I guess I could keep pushing it after 68 just to make sure we get the tokens. It's like the game heard me. Hey, we got another random event. Alright, just come here, teleport to me, please. Drunken Dwarf. Who are you, matey? Have some of the good stuff. Kebab and beer. Great. I feel feel a bit ill. Strength up, attack down. Makes sense. Keep the beer glass, it's kind of cool. I need to fill this with beer. Still doing this work over here. It's about, I don't know, a factor of 4 slower than if I wasn't also doing agility at the same time. But at least I'm doing something productive, right? I may need to briefly pause RuneScape. Maybe I'll do it once I hit 58 to get that a target, because I need to download sub-block games for today. Should be quick, though. This course is so rough because there's a range inside this house immediately behind the climb wall button. It's so easy to misclick it. I think so far Canifis has been the one that was easiest to do. There's like basically no distractions as long as you have the dagger that prevents the wolfman from attacking you. It's a really short course, you can do it all from one camera angle. It's glorious. Though we kept falling on that penultimate jump. Here we go. Agility 57. Whew. 3 more. 3 more. Relic offense. Okay. So that last level took me about 57 minutes. Granted, I've been multitasking, getting these VODs uploaded and titled and stuff, but looks like my XP per hour is the best it's been here, like 20.4k. So yeah, we are officially in 1 hour per level territory, and it's only going to get worse from here. It's interesting why that's such a significant psychological breaking point for me. Like, if you give me a level every 30 minutes, somehow I can tolerate that way more. Because it's also because, like, significant milestones are in gaps of 10 levels. 10 hours just seems like an insane amount of time. I know it's a sweet summer child thinking that 10 hours of grinding is an insane amount of time, but it's helping me to know my limit with this game, which I think will be useful going forward. More than halfway to the graceful glove, so that's kind of exciting. I need to kind of keep track of how many marks I get per hour. Let's see. Start of this hour, we found 1. I'll try to remember to check again after the next level up. This is interesting. Apparently, when I go to... While I'm doing this, a lot of this is muscle memory, right? Because I've uploaded, I think, about 1,500 VODs from YouTube to Twitch now. And one of the things I have to do is I have to retitle each of the VODs based on the content of it. So there's a Star Wars Knights of the Republic 2 episode that has the word Ravager in it. And I instinctively knew that I could type the word Ravager entirely with my left hand. Shift R-A-V-A-G-E-R. Didn't think about it, I just realized that I could do it in a shorter athletics jumping time step. Get ready for a lot of stream work discussion. Maybe I'll try not to pause it too much to bring it up, but it's interesting what the human mind is capable of. The next challenge is I have to update my rerun database. I'm doing this project to collect statistics from Twitch based on how many walk-ins I'm getting from reruns. And updating the database is an enormous, very attention-heavy effort that I do once a month. I don't know if I'll be able to do it at all while doing agility, but I might try it here. Subscriber database is another one that's I have to update my list of subscribers, make sure they all get their monthly rewards. No! I might just try out a bunch of different tasks with agility and find out which ones I can actually manage and which ones are impossible. And one day we're going to do something like fishing, and I'll be able to like have a full 60 seconds to do things in between node steps. Hey, where are my marks of grace? It's been forever. I feel like I'm getting screwed today. There's one. Golly. I really want this graceful set. I almost want the graceful set more than 68 agility. Every time I see a mark of grace drop, I'm actually kind of excited now. I feel like I should do the gloves next. Do in ascending order of how expensive it is. It would be nice to get the most expensive one out of the way and just save up for the pants, but part of the value of getting the gloves is I haven't actually bought like mithril gloves or anything like that yet, so I could use it if I'm in a safe combat situation. Get some more weight reduction. So once I have the graceful set, I'm going to have to be really careful with it. Apparently it doesn't actually trigger as having any value at all, or very little value, so you almost never keep it when you die. And I've read that like if you die in an instance, this popped up when we were doing the Mauritania Unlock quests, Priest in Peril, and if you die in an instance, everything is just gone forever. So we definitely have to never bring it into an instance, unless if we are guaranteed to be safe, if none of the enemies aggro, that sort of a thing. Probably shouldn't bring it while exploring the open world, although I believe I have an hour to recover it if it drops in the open world. Cannot come to the wilderness, God forbid we ever go back there. That would be a devastating loss, because it would be... probably would take another several dozen hours to farm it back. And then XP that I probably wouldn't want or necessarily need for agility just to get it back. Yeah, it's... Losing it is unacceptable. Another random event. Let me see if I can get him to come to me before it despawns this time. I'll play a game of pinball. Yes, pinball is fun. Whoa. Poke 10 flashing pillars. Do not poke other pillars. Let me turn off the OpenGL. It's easier to tell which ones are flashing. Score has been reset. What it means to be flashing, right? What am I supposed to do here again? You gotta poke the pillars. What, all of them? No, you poke the ones that don't have flashing rings, and that's bad. Oh, I see. The rings. Okay. It's hell of an anti-bot thing. This is less embarrassing than my last one. I know now to look in the bottom right corner. I don't know how I had that interface option the entire time without noticing it. Free to go now, right? Have a nice break. What do we get? Emerald. Oh, wow. Okay, so that plus the uncut emerald is actually worth a decent amount. I don't think I lost Mark of Grace in the process. Whatever, let's move on. $58 agility. Oh man. Okay. I gotta take a short break in order to download the games we're playing on Subblock today, but I'll be back to wrap up 59 and 60. Getting close. Almost free. We'll get to do the South Park quote. Alright, now we can play the game. Okay, I'm back. Let's do the final push to 60. Let's do it. Oh man, 2 back-to-back Marks of Grace. Especially when I only need a couple more to get to those gloves. That's exciting. We're going to bail out and grab the gloves once I get to 30. This is a change of pace. I don't know if having negative weight alone helps with my run energy. I mean, obviously it doesn't help with climbing. I have a superstition that this gear helps with failing in agility courses. My fail rate is super low on this one compared to the Canopus one, even though it technically should be harder. As far as I can tell, that's the only thing that's changed. Yeah, once we get to 30 marks, I'll go turn those in and then come back and continue the course. Sorry, forgot to turn OpenGL back on so that the UI is scaled. It's on again. Been really excited for these graceful gloves for a while. There it is. It spawned right as I started to talk. I was like, what happened? I got 2 back-to-back and now I'm not seeing any Marks of Grace. One more. One more. Oh man, Mark of Grace just spawned. Alright, it's on the end of the course, but we'll grab it and then we'll go get the gloves. I think the reason I'm so excited about the gloves is that I didn't have mithril armor for boots, gloves, or cape, obviously, so something that could be advantageous all the time. Pants and the hood are something I want long term, but for the set bonus, obviously. But don't help me for whatever I'm doing next after 60 agility. 30 Marks of Grace. Alright. Let's finish this lap, and then we're going to go turn these in real quick and come back. Four pieces of the graceful set. Looking really good. Feeling very good. Pants and hood are the last 2 things we need. We'll come back if we get 35. I mentioned we are past the 32-hour mark, which means we've played this for 4 8-hour sessions. But we're going to keep pushing to 60 agility, and we'll cut that off in this VOD. Maybe the next one I'll only make 6 hours or something, just to get back on track with 8-hour segments. But I feel like this last round of agility grinding is so thorough and so little for me to talk about that I can probably just increase the fast forward rate by like a factor of 2 or even more. I think theoretically my fastest fast forward that I can accept is probably 60x, so that 1 frame equals 1 second. I don't want the live split timer to be skipping any seconds, so I'll play around with it and see what it looks like for this video. I guess I have played around with it if you're watching this VOD several weeks from now once I edit this all together. First Mark of Grace since we got back from picking up the gloves. Woof. Not doing great on luck there. I think we went from got 37% of the way to 59 before we got another Mark of Grace. Okay, I think we're bailing on agility at the right time as far as doing it back to back, because we have just reached the point where one level of agility requires an hour or longer. It's been approaching it. It was like 45 and then 47 and then 49 minutes. We are now over an hour, and that is an arbitrary time step that I'm not comfortable with. We'll continue to do it, like I said, once per day. I'll have to unlock the right to do anything else by getting one agility level. So that'll slowly get us to 68 agility over a little over a week, but can't wait for 60. I'm so pumped. So pumped. Shit, there's a genie that spawned that I can't talk to. Please spawn on the ground once I jump down. Thank God. Another genie. Right on. I mean, it seems like agility is a good use of it, right? 580 XP? That's not equal to that many laps, though. I don't know. Oh, there's an Arc of Grace. I'll try to research it real quick. I said earlier, I don't think that genies are as big of a deal as I thought they were. Gives you however much... whatever your level is in that stat times 10, right? Construction's a pretty standard one since it's expensive and annoying to level, but I would get 10 XP. I think I'll just burn it on agility. It's fine. Just do it now. Oh, we're so close to 59. I'm so pumped to finish this. So pumped. I can go play the rest of the game. It's going to be radical. After these handholds, then I have to do one more level, but... 59 agility. So... somehow, grinds like this are significantly more tolerable to me if there's a breakpoint coming up. Like, if I get an unlock or something important very soon. I can do 10 hours of grinding when I'm on hour 9. I guess a lot of people could probably say that. I guess my point, though, is that even if this level suddenly required 2 hours instead of 1, it would be a lot easier for me to tolerate. Just because I know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, I'm seeing the end. Alright, let's do it. 60 agility, and then we can play RuneScape. I spoke a little bit too soon. I'm looking at the XP left versus my XP per hour, and there is a noticeable jump from 58 to 59 in the amount of XP required to level up. This is going to be like an hour and 20 minutes instead of an hour. It's probably because the XP curve doesn't bind exactly to the increased XP gain from getting to a new rooftop course. And that's been true the whole time, but it's especially noticeable now that it's taking so long to level. I think once we finish this, I am going to go ahead and go to the Seers Village agility course that I'm going to unlock just to check it out. Maybe run a couple laps to see what the XP per hour looks like. But then we're going to play the game for real. This bald guy that's here, who I think might be a bot, right? Is that what we've established? Anyway, he is my dream, because he has 68 agility and nothing else. Which means he didn't do anything to get... He didn't get to Canifis, he must have leveled somewhere else. That was slower. Maybe he is a bot then, that would make sense, right? So Mark of Grace number 10 puts it at 2 out of 7. 2/7 of the way there. Need 25 more and we can get the hood. Turn on that loot drop notification. I've been rewatching through early Swampletics videos just because now I understand more of what's going on in it. I don't think it's really spoiling too much for what I'm going to eventually be doing because I don't know any of the specifics of like the quests or abilities he's grinding. While he's in there, he turns on loot drop notification. I didn't realize that that's how that works. So it tells you when you see loot drop above a certain threshold. That seems pretty useful. And I'll mess with the threshold as I get richer. We're past 51% of the way to 60 agility. It's so close. Thank you, Ben, for knocking things over. We just got 15 Marks of Grace, 20 more for the hood. I'm tempted to do the Seers Village rooftop course until I get to the 35. So I can just I can empty out my Marks of Grace, have all of the graceful set except for one, and then leave agility. I feel like checking out a new course might be a little bit less mindless. I might enjoy it a bit more if the XP rate's a bit faster or if the rate of marks is higher. So we'll see. I do want to do magic. I've got plans in my brain for doing magic, but I feel like if I'm almost halfway to the agility hood, I should just go ahead and have it, especially if I'm not going to be touching agility for a while. So I've just timed it, and if I do really well, a lap takes me about 1 minute and 4 seconds. So if I've got 23 laps left, about 24 minutes. Time is slowing down the closer I get to the end. Oh my god, I can't not click this range for some reason. Why is this happening all of a sudden? Maybe I was standing too close to it? There we go. Ever since I celebrated getting to 15 marks, needing 20 more to get my hood, I haven't gotten a single mark. That feels like that was forever ago. I don't think it was actually that long ago, but... Come on, game, give me some Marks of Grace. There's a mark, finally. Alright. Maybe I'll get a lucky streak and get 5 in a row? We are on the final 10 laps of Falador Agility Course. We have been living in Falador, and specifically on this agility course, for about 10 hours. Maybe like 9.5 hours, but close to 10 hours. I am so pumped to never be on these roofs ever again. Check out that little circle at the top of the screen. It's so close to full. This bar up here in the top right is so close to full. We have just like 5 laps left. Almost there, and I can leave Falador forever. My fail rate on this course has been close to 0. I think it's like maybe 1/10 of 1%. So of course I'm starting to fall now that we're almost done. We're on our final lap here. 280 XP left. I basically have muscle memory now from 10 hours of Falador Agility Course. I can almost do this with my eyes closed. Like, it's so zen at this point that I'll be watching something in the other tab, and it'll be 10 minutes will pass me like, oh, I guess I was clicking the whole time. Like, have you ever gotten in your car and just drove somewhere? Driven to work or driven home, and when it was over, you were like, shit, was I on autopilot? 35 more. Oh, this doesn't feel so good. This is what it's all about. This is why you play RuneScape. This is it. 60 agility. I thought it was going to be one more jump, so I skipped the bark. Oh, man. Okay, well, I have to finish this course in order to get the hell off the rooftop. Oh, it feels so good. Okay, so 65 laps here. That will help me to prepare or help me to compare to Seers Village, the new one that I just unlocked. Let's see, how does it compete with 65 laps? Agility guide. Okay, it is Seers Village, just making sure I remembered correctly. I guess you know the rooftop courses give marks of grace because they have the little icon. If I had known how important those were, I probably never would have done the barbarian course. I would have just done nothing but rooftops the whole time. But that's okay. That's how we learn. Okay, goodbye rooftops. Fuck you. Don't want to see you ever again. I might come back to Falador for other reasons, for quests and stuff. But I am never clicking that green circle. So help me God. Alright, I'll mute as we head over to Seers Village. Oh wow, I forgot. I guess Seers is technically on the other side of it. It's over by Camelot, isn't it? And I think I need to use the Camelot teleport from the Grand Exchange to get over there. I forgot that was a thing. Well, let's just go ahead and do it. It shouldn't be too big of a deal. I gotta walk over to Varrock. What's my fastest way to walk there? Probably up through here. Bit of a long walk, but that's okay. For some reason I thought Seers Village was due north of here, but I think that's the other place. The town that has the Rogue's Den in it. Well, okay. Check it. I need to go over there anyway in order to farm frog legs. Because as far as I know, that's the highest cash value thing that I've found in the game. It's the easiest for me to farm. There's probably better stuff, but that one's pretty good. So we'll go over there, we'll do Seers Village. I'll do the agility course there once as like a victory lap. And then we'll split this recording and say 60 agility is done, and we'll start a new era, a new set of 8-hour videos on our upcoming challenges, which include leveling up magic in order to get access to some of these teleport skills. Wow, 60 agility is pretty great. That's a really long run, and I'm still not out. It gets harder when you're only getting one level at a time because you really can't tell the difference between, a single level up. But the difference between 50 and 60 feels significant. I should find out how many actual seconds it affects the regenerate. Let me take that steel dart. Okay, I was gonna say it's a ton of money for what I need anyway. We do want to sell these noted emeralds. The uncut one is worth more because it's worth XP. I do kind of like that element of the economy in this game. Oh wow. Right on those mini quests, I guess. Or special events, I should say. Got some value out of it. Okay, so we need to get by Camelot Teleport. I have to pay more for it, son of a bitch. And I got some money back in the process. I was not expecting to get 4,000 gold. That might actually be enough without me having to go to the Tree Gnome Village for frog legs. Because that's actually a bit of a walk. Like, oh yeah, it's the Camelot teleport. No big deal. No, it's actually kind of a big deal. I already have 34 agility after draining it before hitting the Grand Exchange. Oh man, I absolutely love having 60 agility. It feels so good. Look at that. Whew. Is this the one? This is it? Okay. Gotta calm down. I'm excited about this. Chill out. New course. Is it gonna be... How many fewer than 65 laps are we talking? Grab hold of the sign. Cross the tightrope. So far, the per task rewards aren't incredibly amazing. I guess 20 per task in the early tasks is quite good, because before it was like 8 to 10. 35, that's good. The highest one we got from the last course was like 45. Okay, this one was made by Big Red Japan. Maybe it's just that I hate all agility courses that weren't designed by Big Red Japan. 435. 44 laps instead of 65 laps. That is a difference. No kidding. Okay. Well, I'll have to think about it. Do I want to try to grind out the Marks of Grace here to get the hood? I really want to play the game. I really want to get magic. But I hate leaving agility behind with being so close to another piece of the graceful outfit. Also, I just went to the trouble of warping here. Alright, well, we'll go ahead and we'll split this. No, let's not split it. Let's just do it. Let's just get 35 Marks of Grace. I was feeling sad in the previous course because of how long it was taking and how long I had been there, but now I have a renewed... I'm rejuvenated when it comes to training agility. And I'm going to not even be looking at the XP. The main thing I'm concerned about here is marks. Well, actually, this one having only 44 laps is kind of significant because it looks like a lap is way shorter? Wow, a lap is way shorter. I guess I have to run pretty far to get back to the wall, but that's what all this investment in agility has been for. Alright, let me clear my trackers here so I can figure out exactly what the XP per hour is. Old one, if I was doing it perfectly and not falling, was a pretty solid 21k per hour. I guess the nice thing with this course is it's actually going to use the energy regen that I have, but last one we were doing, I wasn't really taking full advantage of all of my energy. Like I hovered at 100 the entire time, and I never had to run that far at a time. Alright, well, you know, given how few jumps there are in this one, maybe Marks of Grace don't spawn as frequently, because I think a Mark of Grace has a chance to spawn every time you complete a node. Oh my god, 40k XP an hour. So the lap difference is not what I should be looking at, it's the XP per hour. This is twice as fast as what I was just doing. It is faster, significantly faster than the XP curve is slower, if that makes sense. I think what we're going to do, I'm going to do like a few more laps. We'll see if any marks drop. I cannot bring myself to run any other courses now, knowing how much XP this one gives. If I don't get any marks, then we will go ahead and bail. Take a break, and we'll bail, and we'll go do magic. Because I'm still going to get the marks. It's not like I'm saying I'm done with agility and we'll never come back to it. The plan is to do, one level of agility every day as a prerequisite for doing anything else. So I should be able to get the marks by doing that. I don't know if I'll get enough to get both the pants and the hood by 68. I'll definitely get the hood. The pants cost 60, unfortunately. So that'll be the last thing that I do. Okay, I did fall finally. Let's do 2 more laps to see if I get any marks, and then we're gonna bounce and take a short break, grab a drink, grab something to eat, warp back home, start the rune grind, magic grind, get some teleports. I think the plan here is still to try to do Slayer tasks while we're leveling magic. I might change out what we do there, but it seems like that could be effective. Yeah, maybe the mark drop rate here is slower. That's a bummer. That's okay, though. I guess it's because a good amount of your time is spent running from the end of the lap to the start of the lap. So you lose out a little bit because of that. Alright. That's enough. That'll do. That's 15% of the way to 61 already. 44k versus 21k. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, thanks for watching. That was, episode 4? Episode 5 will be all about magic and teleports. It's going to be amazing. Join us.